Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the wake of the earlier Supreme Court decision ruling that Donald Trump has to pay nearly an estimated $2 billion by the Supreme Court in regards to foreign aid. Supreme Court right-wing justices Cony Barrett and John Roberts are being attacked. Specifically, Judge Cony Barrett, who is a right-wing Republican justice from the Supreme Court, is getting attacked. Why is that? Well, let's tune into this video from NBC. MSNBC.
Past the hour now, and new fallout in the wake of a significant Supreme Court ruling this week. Republicans are now taking aim at Justice Amy Cony Barrett, a Trump appointee, after she joined the court's liberal justices to reject the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid. The 5-4 decision allows USAID to restart nearly $2 billion in payments. Joining us now, NBC's Lawrence Hurley and Kristy Greenberg, former federal prosecutor and MSNBC legal analyst. Lawrence, just first set the scene for us here. Why is Trump world turning on Justice Amy Cony Barrett? I'll be honest, when I was covering her confirmation battle, I couldn't have fathomed that we would end up here.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing to remember is that they're not turning on her for voting to overturn Roe v. Wade. They're not turning on her for expanding gun rights, for ending affirmative action in college admissions, and all these other rulings where she's been a staunch conservative vote on the court. What they're turning on her for, as this USAID ruling showed, is that she's not fully aligned with the Trump agenda 100% of the time. So for some loud voices online who have a lot of followers, 100% is all that's needed, not 95%, and that's kind of where we are right now.
They are very loud voices. But Kristy, remind here of what this ruling even was, because it was $2 billion in payments to USAID, but for contractors who had already done the work.
Right. The district court here issued a temporary order saying that essentially the president can't seize money that Congress had already directed him to spend for work that was already done. And all the Supreme Court did here is ask the district court, hey, clarify that order. They didn't disturb this temporary order. That's not to say they couldn't later. They just left it in place for the time being. And that's not such an extraordinary, act to do. And I think it really signals that at least Justice Barrett and Justice Roberts, they're not all that pleased with the presidents of the United States talking about defying federal court orders. And this may signal at least some solidarity with a lower court in saying that the government can't just ignore lower court orders, that they need to follow those. The one thing I will also say is that when you look at some of the criticism online, it is ugly. And it is all about the fact that she is weak, she is timid, she's bitter, she's a DEI hire. These are very gendered criticisms of Justice Barrett. And given how, as Laura said, she hasn't really done anything to undermine her conservative credentials here, those seem wildly inappropriate and out of line.
Well, I'm glad that you bring this up, because I want to drill a little deeper here. Bring back up the graphic on the screen of the way that this vote actually broke down, and you'll see that Justice Cony Barrett is on the same side of this equation as the Chief Justice John Roberts, and yet she is the one being called a DEI hire, evil, a closet Democrat. Those are direct quotes. So what do you think is behind that? I mean, is this just the latent misogyny that all of us have covered within Trump world right now, the undercurrent of it that is just so palpable online? Kristy?
I agree completely with that. The one other thing I would say is they also, I think the difference between Justice Barrett and Justice Roberts is that Trump appointed Justice Barrett or nominated her. And so I think given that, they expect that essentially she was going to be bought and paid for. And that's just not how it works. She's showing that she's independent. She's showing that she is willing to evaluate each case on its own and not necessarily always vote for Trump's interests. And that's what anybody would expect of a good justice. The fact that this is a problem for conservatives online really speaks more to their issues than those of Justice Barrett.
Yeah, and yet it also speaks to the way that MAGA world has operated and the way that Trump likes it, which is if you're on the team, you're loyal, and when you're not, that's when we start having problems. And certainly this ecosystem online fosters that, but we're watching it now spill over. Lawrence Hurley and Kristy Greenberg, thank you both for bringing your expertise on this issue.
That was a very detailed report, and I thank all three of them for giving us that report. I, for one, just think that it's completely bogus and outrageous of what they're doing to Justice Barrett, because just because she voted for, or voted with the right side of the law, does not mean anything. That's ridiculous. It really is. That's gonna do it for this short video today, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy this video, please, this legal breaking reporting, please, 1, like, 2, comment, 3, subscribe, and 4, share. One way you guys can make sure that you guys do not miss a brand new legal breaking reporting video from the channel is by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the all icon when you guys go to choose your options on if you want to be notified of all of the videos or just some of the videos or just some of them, you know, because if you click all of them, then you're not gonna be that much up to date on what's going on in the world, and what's going on with these illegal acts that the president's administration are doing, or the president's illegal administration is doing. Another way you guys can make sure you guys never miss a brand new video in legal breaking analysis reporting is by following me on my social medias down below. They'll be linked along with the source to where we are getting this vital information from today. That is all. Lastly, please make sure that you guys help the channel reach its goal of 110 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 110 plus subscribers is because after we reach the goal of 110 subscribers for the channel, we have more subscribers to go and reach after we reach the goal of 110 subscribers for the channel. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys do stay safe out there, and I look forward to talking to you guys. In the next legal breaking analysis reporting. Stay safe, stay positive.